Hey guys, it is time to talk about 2019. So, we have made it to the end of 2018. We went through a lot of different emotions, we went through a lot of different adventures, but here we are, December, Christmas time. And right around the corner is the new year. Now with the new year coming, we have to look at ourselves and look at what we want to accomplish in the next year. We have to reflect for a second, we have to take a minute to look at our failures, our accomplishments, and then we have to make decisions of how we want to better improve ourselves and the world around us. We didn't accomplish everything we wanted to this year. Our schedule wasn't consistent, the quality wasn't fantastic. But I would like to say that I'm really proud of the fact that we are still going after an entire year, especially a year like 2018. There's been death, there's been a financial crisis, there's been moving, there's been equipment breakdowns, there's been a lot of things that could have made me quit, and it could have kept you guys from staying subscribed and staying with me on this journey, but we're all here. And we're all looking forward to what could happen next year. Before we go on to next year, let's take a look. What are some of the things that you guys enjoyed on this channel? Let me know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or right here on the comments. Let me know what you guys enjoyed this year. Personally, I enjoyed the Wayfaring Trekkers and the Real Talks. I feel like those are the two things that make the biggest impact when I make them. I hear a lot of feedback from Real Talk. I hear a lot of, oh, that was cool, from my Wayfaring Trekker. There's a lot of positivity that comes from that, and I'd like to know if you guys feel the same thing that I do. So let me know in the comments below. But for right now, let's take a little trip and let's reflect really deeply on some of the mistakes that were made this year and look at how we can improve the channel next year. One of the biggest mistakes about this year was my consistency. I promised you guys at the beginning of the year that we were going to have videos every Monday, and we we're going to have a different type of video every Monday. That quickly fell apart and ended up not happening at all by the end of the year. If you've been watching the last 2 months, you've noticed that I put up some random videos, and they've been out of order, and the content has been kind of iffy. That's been a real big problem. And the reason that I can't be consistent is because when you have 2 kids and a wife to take care of, and your finances are strained, it's very hard to be able to commit to doing certain things at certain times, especially when money doesn't allow it, or there's something that pops up at home. With that, with the financial drain, comes the quality loss. I had bought a drone at the beginning of this year that I wanted to use for the channel, but I ended up not being able to use it because I couldn't afford to go to the places I want to use it at. And that's not to say I won't purchase a drone again in the future, but it just didn't end up working out as an investment, and that came along with getting a better camera that I want to do by the end of the year, and really getting some better editing equipment. Not that I don't like my editing equipment, but what I have right now is outdated, and I'd like to improve it and be able to do more special effects for you guys in the future. Now, the third big problem that I've had is I have not been able to build the growth and community that I wanted to. A lot of these other guys on YouTube, they have these huge groups of people following them, and they have thousands of subscribers. I'm not so interested in the money, monetizing, Patreon. I'm not interested in any of that, really. But what I am interested in is seeing people come together and seeing people communicate and seeing people really like what I'm doing. And that's not for popularity, that's not for ego, but it's just a matter of my big thing in life is just trying to make an impact, and the best way to see impact is by seeing people get together. So we had consistency issues, finance issues, and growth issues, which all kind of either discouraged or limited what I was able to do on the channel this year. Family came first, finances weren't there, and quite honestly, I got a little depressed, in the middle of the year with my grandpa passing and everything else, and so my motivation wasn't there as well. Regardless of the growth or discouragement or finances this year, we're going to make a solid plan together. We're going to make a promise together, and we're going to keep it. So what can I do to improve YouTube this year? Well, I think we need to stop worrying about how big we can get, how fancy we can get, how far we can go, but rather just focus on attainable goals. That way, when you guys come, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be the same thing the entire year. And if we can improve it, and if we get the time, if we get the resources, then we can make that jump into something a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and slowly but surely work into the big picture. So what are some things that I can actually commit to doing this year? Number one, I want to commit to doing one major video a month. And along with that, there may be vlogs. There may be short videos like the one that I posted with my wife in the Umbrella Alley. And there may be tutorials. Maybe I'll let some stuff from my karate channel come over on this channel. It's up to you guys. Whatever you'd like to see, again, just let me know. Because I'm here to entertain and hopefully inspire you. Number two, the second thing I can commit to this year is that I am more quality based. So whatever I do, I want it to be really good. So I'm going to try and focus more on cutting out wind sounds, smoother editing, and I'm going to try and get back on track with using my main camera this year to get back to the same high quality that I had when I first started doing videos at like Disneyland. The third and last thing I want to commit to this year is that I'm not going to let numbers, haters, there's only been two, but haters, or finances discourage me from moving forward with doing something. There's always something I can do for this channel. There's always something I can do for you as a viewer. If you don't let me know what that is, I'll do the very best I can to figure out what might be good for the time of year, for the holiday that's coming up. Maybe there's an awareness event I can go to. Whatever it is, I'm going to try and make sure that I move forward regardless of my emotions. I'm going to be conscious and try and be as careful with my mental health as I can be, but I'm going to make sure that I balance that with making sure I keep the first two promises and go forward this year with baby steps. How does that sound to you? That sounds doable to me. On top of all that, we're always striving to improve ourselves. I'm always striving to improve me as a person. My wife is always improving me. We have an influence. We have a responsibility. So regardless of anything on this channel, regardless of anything in your personal life, let's make sure that although 2018 for me was a hard year, it was a positive year, full of blessings, that can be taken and invested forward into 2019. Let's make sure that all the lessons we have to learn from this year are learned. And moving forward, we have a truly intense future filled with blessings, learning, and love of both friends and enemies alike. That we can do. The internet may not exist someday. Who knows what's coming? Conspiracy theory, I can do a video on that. But who knows what's coming down the road? Let's just focus on the things that we can hold and the things that we can do individually. Everything beyond that is just icing on the beautiful cake of life. This is James Hahn. It's been a great year. Despite the setbacks, despite the mistakes, I have learned a lot. I am happy to have gotten input back from you guys. I'm so happy with what has turned out. It's been a really amazing adventure. New video coming in January. We are going to be on track this year, and we're going to do it together. See you there. Thanks for joining me on another adventure. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, please shoot me a message on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and let me know how I can improve my content. To support me financially, you can find the Patreon link in the description below, or you can email me at Jhahnmartialartist@gmail.com. Whatever the future may hold, it'll be intense. I hope to see you there.